They're getting creamed, and they don't know why.
Doctors are getting creamed.
Oh yeah, they're making more money, but the take home is less.
Sure.
You know, my doctor just yelled at me. He's happy. He says, "Oh, guess what? I finally made $1 million." And I said, "Yeah, this was just 3 weeks ago." And so I said, "Yeah, well, how much you pay in tax?" He says, $750,000 in taxes. So his net was about $400,000. That's not bad. But when I make $1 million, I keep $1 million. And the reason is because I don't make it by working for money. See, if you work for money, you're taxed. So that's why lesson number 1 in Rich Dad, Poor Dad is the rich don't work for money. What we do instead is we create businesses as entrepreneurs. We acquire real estate. I don't invest in the stock market. Okay? So the reason is because as entrepreneurs, I have more control over my income, how much I make, and how much I pay in taxes. And because I'm an entrepreneur as well as an investor in real estate, I pay 0 tax. So every time I make, let's say, $1 million as an entrepreneur, I immediately invested in real estate and have a 4-to-1 step up. So I put $1 million in real estate, I get $4 million from the bank. That's why I love banks. But the banks are screwing everybody else, terrible, but it's good for me.
So that's why you say when you print, it's good for you, but when you print, it's bad for people that work for money.
Because when you print, savers get creamed and people who work for money get creamed. When they print, debtors get rich. You see, debt and taxes make the rich richer, and debt and taxes make the poor middle class poorer. When we have obsolete ideas, we get obsolete results. So what's happening for most people, the idea of going to school, getting a job, working hard, saving money, getting out of debt, buying your house because it's an asset, investing for the long term, is obsolete. The world has changed. The world changed in 1971 when President Nixon took us off the gold standard and money became debt.
What if we get rid of school? Then what would happen? Would it be better if we had no educational system at all?
No, I'm saying education is more important before. It's just obsolete. There's Moore's Law which states information doubles every 18 months. In other words, everything's obsolete 18 months. So, and this is just a recent phenomenon. So when you come out of school, you're already obsolete. And that's why I'm the old guy, I meet my friends who went to Harvard. I went to Harvard. I said, yeah, that was how long, 50 years ago? Today, the banks are charging you interest to save money. In other words, the banks don't want your money because they printed too much of it. And that's why there's this bubbles in stocks and bubbles in real estate and all this. People are dumping the cash because, as I said in here, savers are losers and cash is trash. And yet people are, well, I want a high-paying job. Well, that's an obsolete idea. Get out of debt is an obsolete idea. You should learn how to get into debt, how to use debt to get rich, and they'll never teach you about taxes. The reason the 1% is way up here and the 99% are going this way is because when you print money, 2 things happen: inflation and taxes. It's crushing them. And any entrepreneur thinks,
All right, guys, I thought I'd share a little bit of Robert Kiyosaki as he was talking a little bit. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is our Monday night masterclass training. A lot of great information. Yes. If you can have your camera on, I would greatly appreciate it. I love the energy from you guys when I can see your face. I appreciate that. I got to see my bread talker brother right over there. I love it. Mr. George Powell. Great to see you, brother. Great to see you. And I saw James on earlier doing his thing, and Angel Carr with her beautiful smile. Jackie, thanks for being back on again. I'm so proud of her. And we still got a few more people coming on, so that's great. Denise, thank you for catching the flyer there to jump on. I appreciate it. And Team Marie, always appreciate your support. And Shawn Flicks, that's my brother from another mother right there. And Miss Vanessa that got on. Thank you. Look, remember to make sure you're hooked up to Telegram. Make sure you're checking out the TWB Telegram group for all the updates. Please know that every Monday, 8:30 p.m., we do this call. We've been doing it for almost now 6 years. All right. So this is nothing new, but this is for you so we can work on the basics and get your trading. So tonight, I kind of share a little bit with that Robert Kiyosaki, not for any big thing, but just to kind of listen that, money is moving differently now. You know what I'm saying? And so he said that he doesn't really invest in stocks because it's about control for him. He wants to be able to control his his output. He wants to control his profit, and that's cool. The great thing is, though, we do Forex and we do crypto and we do other things like that. And so, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but Robert Kiyosaki's ideas are starting to become obsolete also. I love him. He's definitely is a trendsetter in his time period. But the one thing that Robert Kiyosaki doesn't talk about now is the evolution of money. Okay. And that's something that Dr. Jewel Tankard always talks about. And so I don't believe I have any new guests, but for all the people that haven't been on this call before, thank you so much. This is our Monday Night Master Training class. And this is what we do to introduce some parts of IM, talk about some basic fundamentals of trading. This is where we iron out the kinks in your trading and work on the basic fundamentals. So hopefully you're in your I Am Master Academy. You went through your 100, 200, 300, 400 classes. You're on Go Live. You completed most of that, took notes. You're starting to do trades in your demo, or you're definitely in your live trading. And so the whole thing is, I want everybody to be making weekly withdrawals from their account. Okay, no matter what strategy that you use, because our education definitely works. Don't let anybody lie to you. Don't let these YouTube videos talk you out of your blessings, because a lot of those people are not applying the knowledge that's right in front of them. It's just like going to school, paying for school, but you don't show up to class. And then you blame it because the teacher is not at the front of the class, but you're not showing up to class. And then you bought the books. You just paid $1,000 for the books. But if the teacher was sick today, then the excuse would be, well, I'm not learning because, the teacher ain't made it to class. But you got the book. You paid $1,000 for the book. Open the book. Read the material. You can teach yourself. All right. And so great thing is we have videos and everything here. So tonight we're going to talk about structure of the market. And I know we talked about, marking up charts and all that, but I'm going to kind of really talk about more of why does the market even move the way it does? Because I truly believe when you guys hear me speak or teach on things, it's coming from a conceptual part. Okay, when I mean conceptual, I want you to not just see, support, resistance, and trend line. I need you to know, why is there support, resistance, and trend lines? Why are there bigger candles than little candles? Why is a trend happening? Why is there consolidation? What is that? Okay. And so hopefully that'll help kind of tie it in a little better. I had a great call with Jackie Joyner, who is one of our newest members here on Team Wealth Builders. And I love that she asked a million questions, because she is a sponge and she's really, really trying to get this thing. Actually, Angel Carr, are you, I know you have a lot going on. Are you actively trading? I know you got a lot that's been happening, but are you trading kind of every few days or once a week or anything, Angel? If you can respond, I'll put it in the chat. Angel Carr. Okay, she can't talk. Can she talk? Hold on, did I hit it? Okay, at least once a week. Okay. Before this call is over, Jackie would definitely love to find a workout partner, accountability partner with their trading, because she's fairly new. So if a couple of you ladies or gentlemen can, contact Jackie Joyner through our Telegram, or, kind of contact her through private message through the chat, that would be great. And guess what, guys? The whole reason of having a good accountability partner with your trading is you kind of touch base during the week and be like, oh man, what you working on? What strategy you on? How's you working? Are you up 3 trades? I'm up. What's going on? Okay, cool. Man, I don't really understand it. Maybe we can get on together and understand it together. So that's going to help here, is what will help. All right, so let's kind of talk about structure. And I'm going to take questions. We're going to talk. We're going to get some understanding. It isn't going to be me just talking. It's going to be your guys, asking questions in between to make sure that we kind of get structure, get it. We're going to get it. We're going to understand why. Why did things happen? Let's see. We're on the Asian market. Let's look at USD JPY, one of my favorite pairs at this time of day. Hold on. Let's go. Come on now. Give me my USD. All right, cool. I kind of made my candles colorful because I was doing a Facebook ad and I liked how colorful it was. Let's clear this up. And actually, I'm going to change it back so that it makes sense. Where is my? Let's change this. Let's see, guys. Give me 1 second. All right. I think I'll do. I'll do that way. Okay, cool. Okay. Let's see how that looks. All right, keep it pretty basic. Red going down in sell, blue is buy. Okay, so I'm gonna get really, really simple. So for those of you who are experienced, please forgive me, but I'm gonna kind of accelerate on different levels pretty quick. I want to start very, very basic, kind of tying everything we learned in the academy and just kind of notch it up a little bit. So hopefully this will pull together. Okay. So the first thing is when a candle happens, these are orders in the market. These are people all around the world. These are also institutions like banks, hedge funds, all these other, entities around, and they're putting money in the market. Okay. They're buying in the market. One person is selling the US dollar for so many Japanese yen. That's how we come up with the price. So for one US dollar, it takes 115.184 Japanese yen to equal $1. Whatever is in the first three letters is what we're trying to equal as far as 1 unit, $1. So if I have a euro JPY, then it would be 1 point whatever of 1 euro. It would be 1 point whatever of 1 Australian dollar. So in the market, somebody is buying at a certain price as this goes up, okay? Because it took me a long time, guys. It really did. It took me a long time to really understand, like, what the hell is happening. So as this, okay, there we go. So as this candle, I'm talking about this blue candle, as it goes up, okay, there's these different little price points all along the side, all these things that you see on the side. Somebody has an order that says, okay, I will buy it when it reaches 115.189. Another person says, I will buy it when it gets to 115.190. I'll buy it when it gets to 115.200. And I'll buy it when it gets, I hope you guys are getting it. It's kind of like an auction, right? Who's going to get 150, 929? Hey, 150, hey, 160, 160. Who wants 160? That's kind of how it works. So all around the world, people have put in bid orders to say, I will buy this currency when it reaches this point. And so what happens is a lot of people get in and they're like, boom, 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 I'm going to do it. So that makes a small majority of it. But why there's big candles is because institutional marketers are putting millions and billions in. This candle is not just, oh, we got a few 100,000 of orders. No, this is over $1 billion of orders here. B with a B. It could be close to a trill, but it's multiple billions. Let's say that multiple billions. When you see small candles, now that's a few, millions, but these are billions. I need you to get that. And what happens is it's a lot of things that's happening in the market. People are buying orders because they're watching what the banks and hedge funds are doing, and they're dumping millions and billions of dollars in the market. And what happens is they're buying, the US dollar where somebody is selling the Japanese yen, or vice versa. And so these are orders that are going in. I'm buying. And then when it gets to a good price, they start selling. This is, again, retail marketers, retail traders like us. These are the ones in front of computers. These are the ones who trade for small companies and all that other stuff. And then you got banks and hedge funds that are putting in multiple orders. When you see big candles like this, trust and believe these are banks, hedge funds, big retailers that are putting in billions of dollars to move the market because they have to. This is how they make their money. When so many people push the market up in price, they say, okay, this is a good time for us as banks to now sell our currencies out so we can make money. This is what the central banks are. So if you don't understand the banking system is we have our regular little, Bank of America, SunTrust, and all that. But in every major region or country or certain areas of the world, there are about, I think, 7 to 10 different intercontinental banks. And this is where all these banks flow their money to. This is why the Brinks truck comes to a bank. It comes to load in the money for the day, and they take it to their local master bank, and then they transfer funds over to an intercontinental bank, and then they trade this on the markets, buying and selling currencies from around the world. They take your money and they get the Brinks truck and carry it to a place, to a depository, to where now they can upload these funds so that they can make good on making on the money. This is why, even though the banking system seems like it is getting outdated, the thing is the banking system will never go away. It'll never go away because they're the majority holders inside of the Forex markets. Okay? And that's a good thing because as we participate, which only 1% of civilians, when I say civilians, this is me and you. These are people who are not licensed traders. We're not, Series 69, 72s, all those other stuff. We don't work for a broker, right? We are individual traders. We only make up 1% of the whole financial market in trading, less than 1%. And I talk about in the presentation, either people don't know how to trade or they don't even know that they can. They don't even know that they can. So this is why you see big movements in the market, is because a bank, an intercontinental bank, and retail traders and big brokers are dumping their money in here so that they can make these currencies. This is how they're able to circulate their money through the economy. This is how they're able to make bank mortgages, purchase large real estate, all these big things. I have Heather C on. Heather C is a phenomenal commercial and residential real estate agent, realtor. And, she's working with these big entities at times and understand that real estate is the number 2 biggest thing in the United States to generate revenue. Do you understand that the government owns well over, 70% of the property in the United States? And they use it to make money. And they do it through the banking and insurance systems. Okay? Banking and insurance systems. All right. So that's enough historical part there. Okay? So what happens is you get this, and this is what we call an engulfing candle. Okay? It engulfs these other small ones, right? Because there's a lot of volume that's pushing up in the market, and it creates what we call an imbalance in the market. It creates an imbalance. Okay? Most of the time, the market is trying to balance itself. Okay? Let's put something here. So most of the time, it's trying to balance itself straight. But what happens is, just like a good sale or anything else, you'll get at times more sellers than buyers, more buyers than sellers. And when they see that there's balance, this is where you get these pushes in the market. This is where you can start getting the large institutions starting to dump their currencies in the market, which pushes the price down. Now understand, this is a fraction. They do these in rows, in waves, I should say. It's not like we're going to put $200 billion right into the market, because that would crash the market. It would crash the market. Okay? So they don't want to crash the market. What they want to do is just make waves of money so they can get their profits. So when they put selling in there, guess what? Someone's buying and they're making profits. That's what keeps banks moving. Okay. And then, of course, it causes a trend to happen. And as they see the trend running, that's when people continue to buy and sell. So as you see this, okay, push up, what happens is most people follow the herd. Most people follow the herd. Most people follow the herd. You see the banks pushing it, so you're like, ooh. That's when we get on these currency strength meters and you see what's weak, strong enough. Well, guess what? You're not the only one seeing that. Banks are kind of pushing that. And they hope that you do so that you can dump more money in the market. It kind of helps to them to insulate their orders in the market. It helps to insulate their orders in the market. And then along the way, there's a pullback. That pullback is them stopping from putting those billions of orders in. They're like, whoa, we put enough in. Let's take a break. Boom, boom, let's put another press in. That's where you get another impulsive move. And then, okay, cool. Now let's start easing off. And now let's start selling. Let's start selling our profits. We made profit here. Now let's put money back in the market. Let's start selling our currencies and making money over here. These large institutions, now we heard of market makers and stuff like that. You'll hear those terms. In essence, it's not like just a power that be. It's the volume that's in the market. It's volume that moves. It's kind of like being in the ocean, right? Or being, in the ocean, and you got your skidoo, you got your motor thing, you skiing, and now here comes a big old ocean liner. What's going to happen to you? You know what I'm saying? You going with the wave, like, oh my God, look at the waves that it makes. And so that's what the market does. It kind of is finding balance, and then all of a sudden it makes waves in the market. Well, you got to kind of pull back against that. And what happens is everything comes in the wake of this push in the market. Everybody gets excited. Everybody jumps on board, is pushing up, and millions turns into billions, which turns into trillions. That's why we're a $6.6 trillion a day market. A day. So out of 5 days times 6 trillion, we got 30 something trillion dollars flowing in the market. That's what I'm saying. There's billions that go in here. So I'm just giving you some of the background of the whys. So how does this help you with your trading? So it helps you because it understands that, first of all, when the market is trying to balance itself, okay, it's because smaller retail traders and everything, they're finding balance. There's so many orders in, buys and sells, they kind of equal out. Well, first, you got to understand that it doesn't stay that way. Okay, it's not going to stay balanced that way because we make money from trends. And when it balances, this is when big banks say, okay, this is the time to start dumping money into the market. And so when you start seeing this come out, it's called a breakout. It breaks out from the norm or from the balance to make an imbalance. And it creates the imbalance because they know you are going to react to the imbalance. Okay. If I make you stand on one foot and then I push you, you're gonna balance your arm. You're gonna try not to fall, right? You're going to balance against the imbalance. And so that's what happens in the market. An imbalance occurs and it starts dropping. And then all of a sudden, people are like, whoa, okay, we follow the herd here. And then they got to stop it because they don't want prices to go too low. They want to stop it. And then, of course, banks and stuff start putting money back in so they can push price back up. And we follow like the herd and we do that. So now that's why you want to understand what banks are doing. How are they doing it? You see what I'm saying? They're dumping money in and you follow these trends. And now to understand structure is understand they can only go but so high and they can only go but so low. It's not going to keep running. It's going to find structure or a ceiling. Okay? It's going to find a ceiling. And what's happening is when it finds a ceiling, let's go ahead and mark a ceiling. I'll give an example of a ceiling. Where's my, oh, there we go. Okay. And let me just make this uniform with my colors because, I love colors, y'all. Okay. So this represents the ceiling, our resistance area. And so what happens is the institutions push it, and then they say, okay, this is high enough. And then what happens is they start taking back part of the market. They say, okay, we got all these other buyers. We got all the me's, you's, and all the retail mom and pop places to go ahead and follow the herd. Now let's get our money back. Let's go ahead and start selling it to our other institutions. Let's go ahead and start putting it on the market. And so they start selling, and you start getting into the market, thinking that it's going to fall. And then they finally get to a point and they start turning around. And this is why we start learning that it retests an area. Okay. A retest isn't just, it just happens to go down and go up. No, a retest is it's a bunch of buys and then it balances back out by doing sells, but it only goes to a percentage. And then they got to start buying again. Okay. There's a concept behind it. There's a process behind this, is that you're buying until it reaches a ceiling, and then they pull back so they can grab most of the market. They said, okay, some of y'all didn't follow me. Y'all didn't follow the herd. Let's pull back and get you back into the market. So you get back in because you say, ooh, it's dipping down. I can get back in. And so they do. The market pushes back up and it grabs a lot of these sellers' orders. That's what it did. It's grabbing these to push it back up to the structure again. And then it says, okay, we've grabbed up as much of the money. Now let's start selling off. As a bank, as a major institution, as a hedge fund, let's start selling off because we went ahead up here, we went down. And so this is like a safety net is what I'm trying to see. It's kind of like, okay, it's a big grab. It's like, let me think of an example. It's like a big fire sale. Okay. So they say, for those of you who are, I'm a little older. So those of you who grew up with Kmart, they had the blue light special sale, so you had the blue light special, right? But tell me if you pay attention to this. So they had the sale on Monday. They didn't tell you yet it was on Tuesday, but then you hear through the grapevine, you come back in and they got the little blue lights going. It's a sale again. So now you come back in and what's happening is it catches these people. All right. So it's the second day of the sale. And those are the people that didn't come on Monday. Right. So they came in on Tuesday and they said, what? Oh, they got a sale. Child, I was going to get paid Friday and buy. And I heard they had it Monday, but I didn't know they had another sale. Let me go use my credit card and go get some of this sale stuff so that I can take advantage of the blue light. Because I didn't even know it was yesterday. So I want to get in on it. That's what these sellers are. They got in saying, woo. Oh, okay, it went high. This is my opportunity. I think I can get it on the sale. And then the market said, we got you. We're going to come back up again. We're going to retest this area. So we now caught all these sellers. They got the okie doke and they said, ooh, okay, now we're running another sale. You didn't know. You bought on Tuesday, but we already had another sale planned for Wednesday, a big sale. So you caught the 30% off. We did 80% on Monday. You caught the 30 on Tuesday, but now we're back on 80 on this day. So that's what this is. It's like an 80% sale here. Then it dropped down. So they took this 30% and then they ran another 80% so they could push the market back up. And then they said, we got enough money. Okay, we got the 10 trillion we were looking for. Now let's start selling off. And that's where this comes down. It starts selling off. And what that's doing is that it's making up for this imbalance in the market. It's got to get that back. It said, okay, we bought all this USD here. Well, we got to sell it. So we sell a little bit here, but now we got to get rid of it and make our profit back. So they start selling it here. And again, I told you they can't dump everything right into the market. So they're going to have a pullback into the market here. You're going to get some buyers here. Okay. But it is going to continue back down. It's going to continue back down. So you're like, wait a minute, Shawn, this is too much. I don't get all this, bro. Like, wait a minute. You marking lines and stuff. You putting stuff out here. What all this mean? I know, Brad Talker. I know. It seemed like I know. He's like, man, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Well, let's simplify it. Let me mark all this. Let's clear all this off. The bottom line is the market goes up and down, and we make money determining when it goes up and down. And what happens is, I don't need a trend line. I need a horizontal line. I'm still moving too fast. Let me go horizontal line. Okay. Okay. This is where structure is in the market. Okay. It's bouncing between these floors. And what happens is it gets very low and then it pushes up. And what you want to do is in these areas where it has touched, okay, these areas that are touched, that's where structure starts. It's just the floor, you know, it's just a little, let me see, let's put, what kind of shape I want to use? Do something funky. I guess I'll use a rocket ship. So right there, right here. See where my little rocket ship is? All these are areas that have touched the market so we could grab more orders into the market. That's all. And so every time it touches, this is where you would want to enter into a sell to come down, or it busts through and you're going to grab it for a buy to go up. That's the main thing I really want you to get. The why is money's being pushed into the market to force it to go up and down at these different levels. These are like magnet areas. This is where price seems to go because these are good selling prices and buying prices. That's really what it is. We talk about as magnet areas or special areas. No, these are good prices that the market will continue to go back to because people find, or institutions find, these price areas attractive. Okay, you can't go too low because now it seems too cheap. You can't go too high because you won't get enough buyers. So you find that area that seems to be attractive, and that's when banks and institutions start to sell or buy in those areas. So you're just kind of jumping on the escalator. Remember, you follow the herd. So you're following where the market is going. And if it ended up in this area once, most likely, just like up here, if it touched it once, it's probably going to touch it again. Or it may touch it 3 times, and then it does something else. Okay? Comes up here. It may touch it 1 time. Then it may touch it 2 times, and then it may do something else. So this is kind of what structure is. So your job, right, when you're a trader, is just to learn structure. It's just to learn what these areas, these good prices are doing, okay, at these areas. When it reaches these prices, how do you know, Shawn? How do you know it's a good price? Because you're looking for it to touch once, and if it touches twice, then this is a good price to pay attention to. This is a good area to pay attention to. Good area. At least a minimum of 2 times. Okay, at least a minute. See, up here, it touched once, touched 2. This is a good area to pay attention to. So even though it went down here, is it possible that it could go back here to this line? Absolutely. Why? Because it created structure here. This was just a really good price area. This is where banks and major institutions said, look, 115.735, this is a good, comfortable area. We've kind of said this is as high as we kind of want to sell. And we just want to keep doing it and doing it again until we find a new level. So even though it dipped down here, most likely it may come back up here. But if not, guess what? This was a good area. This was a good, comfortable price area right here. So it may not go up that way. It may come and test that area and come right here. Either way, that's cool. I at least have an idea where it could be going. I have an idea. And this is why in IM Master Academy, why I truly believe we're the #1 financial learning school is because we have so many tools that tell you where these areas are, where these attractive prices areas are. And so you're going to enter in these areas. So now let's talk about that, because I know I have a lot of new people. Shawn, what does enter in mean? What does it enter in? Well, you want to kind of have some sort of confirmation that it is going in the direction. So it had red right here, red, red, red. Okay. Now, because it was a series of candles, you understand and respect that, because it's not just one candle, it's a series of candles. So if you truly believe that it creates structure because there's a series of candles going down, when it starts going up, what do you need to see? A series of candles. If it's a series of candles coming down and you say, okay, that was a pretty good floor, then we need to see a series of candles going up. And so we see 1, we see 2, we see 3. That's pretty good. I at least need to see 2 to 3 candles. If I see 3 candles, that's usually pretty good for me to say, okay, it may continue back up. So now what do you do when you see these 3 candles? You still wait, because hopefully I was thinking number 4 would be it. I think 3 is really a charm. It really is. When you see 3 consecutive candles, that it's not really a mistake. It's kind of like, okay, there's some momentum there. So I would want to get on the 4th, but I waited for the 4th. I'm like, ooh, I didn't see that. Am I wrong? No, I waited for the next blue candle, and I'm like, cool, I can jump into this one. And all that means is I would go to my MetaTrader 4. When this blue candle starts, gets a little bit halfway up, I would push buy, and then I would put somewhere at this attractive spot, I would put this as my price, my take profit. Where would my stop loss be? Where would my stop loss be, Shawn? It would be under the structure. It'll be under the structure. See, I don't want to get in. I don't want to bounce and hit my part up here. See, too many of us put our stop loss too close. That was my problem. And then I learned you put your stop loss under the structure. You put it under the structure. You put it under the structure, because now, you're protecting this move, because structure is an attractive price. We don't want to put it above the attractive price, do we? No, because then it would come hit it, because it's trying to get back to this attractive price. So we let it come back to this attractive price, and then we let it turn and go up. Even if we entered on this candle right here, okay, let me put a little something. Put a little something. Where we at? Okay, cool. So even if I got in on this candle here, I'm still going to put my stop loss under structure, because it could put a wick down. It could maybe trace a little bit. But because I saw 3 consecutive candles right here, I'm pretty confident that it will make its way up. This is if you're not using a tool. This is what I use for the longest, using the harmonic scanner, is we looked for 3 confirmation candles, and we got in on the 4th or the next consecutive candle to go to our take profit or our attractive price. That did me very, very well. 3 candle confirmation, 3 candle confirmation, 3 candle confirmation. Now I'm on a 1 hour. Let's drop down to 15, because that's a lot. Okay. Let's drink it up. Okay. Let's leave that there. Okay. So let's pull this up. Okay. So same thing. We hit this area. I'm looking for what? A 3 candle confirmation. 1, 2, 3. I see a 3 candle confirmation. This lets me know, hey, I could probably take it up. 3 candle confirmation. I need everybody to say 3 candle confirmation. 3 candle confirmation right here. 1, 2, 3. When I see a 3 candle confirmation, I'm pretty much knowing or hoping that it'll go in that direction. Okay. Hey, I like that, Bread Talk. We're learning how to financial forecast, much like the weatherman. I like the rocket ship icons. Yeah. So, yeah. So 3 candle confirmation, once I leave this attractive price area, lets me know it's probably going to go up in this area. Am I going to be right 100 times? Probably not. But I've learned two candles had not been enough. 3 is usually good, especially when you're on a 15-minute or 30-minute. On an hour, I could use a 2 candle confirmation because I don't want to wait, 3 hours before I get into the trade. Okay. Here's a 2-3 candle confirmation here. Here's a 3. There's just different things to use, but I'm looking down at these levels right here. Okay, so let's take this for instance. I'm just kind of reaching out here. Let's say this is a level right here. Okay, look at this. I got a 2 candle confirmation there. Okay, let's use a rocket ship again. I'm gonna put a rocket ship everywhere. I got a 2 candle confirmation. This is on an hour time frame. On a 30-minute, I'll do a 3 candle confirmation. So here's a confirmation there. I could get in on the next candle, which would be my next blue candle to go up. But let's say I didn't catch that. Well, look at here. I got another 2 candle confirmation right there. I didn't get in there, Shawn. What happened? Okay, great. I got another 2 candle confirmation there. Even if I got in on this 3rd, I can still ride it up to the attractive price area. Okay, Shawn, do I go down for a sell? Well, I'm on a 2 hour. I'm in an hour. Here's another 2 candle or 3 candle confirmation right there. Oh, I'm not sure, Shawn. Should I go in for a sell? I don't know. Okay, here's another 2 hour confirmation right here, 2 long candles, and this is an engulfing candle, which means a lot of volume. Remember, when you see a big volume, this is where the banks are dumping millions, billions of dollars to push it down. So if I see 2 confirmations like that, two candles, I'm going in. I'm going in. Okay, it hit the bottom. What are we looking for, Shawn? Another 2-3 candle confirmation right there. Boom, here's another one. I didn't get in there, Shawn. Where else should I get in at? Boom, here's another 2 candle confirmation. I can get in on the 3rd one and ride it up. Are you guys getting that? Are you guys getting that? At each price area, this attractive price, how do I know when I'm going to get in? Because that's the question. Well, I need to at least on a 30-minute or less, I need to see 3 candle confirmation. On an hour, 4 hour, whatever, I need to see a 2 candle confirmation. And then I get on the next candle. I hit buy or I hit sell after that next candle starts to form. If that next candle is the color that I'm looking for, I get in on that candle. If I don't see that color, I wait. And that's a problem with a lot of us. Telling you his problems is every problem that I did. I did not escape it. I didn't get around it. I've blown accounts. What is blow account? I put in trades where my account balance went close to 0, where I couldn't put in no more trades. You ever left like $3 in your account and then you try to go to 0.01 and you try to put in the trade and it, not enough money. Dang. I wasn't meaning to put no more money in that thing. What you talking about? That's just me. Okay, I know y'all knew. Okay, maybe some of y'all ain't did that yet. I definitely have done that. I've definitely done that. Okay, so I'm going to slow it down here. I know I threw a lot, but that's what we want to do. We want to give value, and you got to be in your IM Academy. You got to be on your Go Live. They're constantly talking about structure. Okay. And structure just means it's a place where the price has found an attractive price area and it's touched it 2 or 3 times. And the reason it's touching that area is because the banks, institutional, traders and stuff that are out there, they said this is an attractive price area. This is a zone area that looks pretty good. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like if you get on used cars and you're trying to find out the cost of that Lexus. Well, what's a good price for a used Lexus? Okay, I want an LS, 430. I want a, 2015, 2017. And so you start looking right down there and they start going 14.5, 15.1, 14.8, 14.5, 15.2. You see, And so that gives you an attractive price area. So that lets you know they're not going to go too low selling the Lexus, and they're not going to go too high. It's going to stay in this range because the price of a new Lexus is up here. One that's really, really old is down here. So we got to find an attractive price right here. That's what the market does. It's finding an attractive price. And this is where it's going to touch 2 to 3 times. And this is where you enter, because once it's dumped its orders, it's now looking to go to another attractive price. I hope that makes sense. So once it's made all of its buys, it's going to go back down. Well, where's it going to go back down to, Shawn? It's going to go back down to the attractive price down here. It's going to start selling. But how do I know it's going to sell? How do I know? I need to at least see what on a 1 hour, a 2
worth $20 billion by 2020.
When I see another candle under here, that might be go time for me to take it on down. But if I see a 2 candle confirmation going up, then guess what? That would let me know I could go up here. If I'm on a 30-minute, 15-minute, 5, 3, or 1, I want to see a 3 candle. If I'm on under an hour, I want to see 3 candles. Well, Shawn, that's a lot of time. I mean, shoot. I mean, set an alert. Set your alarm clock. Say, look, I'm going to check this out in 90 minutes. I'll go watch a movie on Netflix. I've done that. Actually, Netflix helps me trade. I sit there and I'll put in an order and I'll be, Or you can put in a pending order, okay? Which means you can set it in advance. So let's say I see this 1 candle and I believe a second candle is going to come. Okay, I don't want to wait. Let me put a pending order. I'll put a pending order here under this candle, under the wick of this candle, because I need it to pass this volume. It has to clean up this volume. It has to go past this engulfing candle, because once it balances out, then the chances for it to come down are greater. So I'll put a pending order there, and guess what? I don't have to watch it. I can go watch my Netflix, and if it happens to come down, it'll enter me here and take me on down. So I don't have to sit there and watch it, but I like to, just to see if I'm right with my 2 candle confirmation. But I don't have to. You can put pending orders in. Okay, you want it really simple? This is for you, Jackie. I love you, Jackie. This is for you. I could put a pending order on top. How about that? Now we'll just go double trouble here. It can come to this attractive area, and maybe it'll catch it on the way up, and then I can cancel this one. Or maybe I can catch it on the way down, and I can cancel this one. And I still don't have to watch it. I can still sit on Netflix, but I want to go back and look. Did it activate my trade? Yep, I'm in profit, y'all. I waited till it came down. See, these are all the things that if you understand structure, you can use these tools of pending orders. You see what I'm saying? You can use these extra things. And it took me a while to get it, but after a while, you're like, oh, once I understand what structure does, now I can put structure on top of structure. I can put my pending order structure on top of price structure. And I don't have to stare at the charts, because most of y'all think y'all got to be zombies in front of the chart. I promise you, I only spend maybe 15 minutes out of a given day in front of my chart. I look at my trade, I look at my colors, I look at my, whatever, boom, I go about my business. I don't even look at it. I don't look at it no more. Every once in a while, I want to look at it. It's blue, y'all. It's going up. It's $500 in profit. Let me see if it's going to get to my 1,000. And then I go back and I have a good day. Daddy, why are you so happy? Man, what's going on with you? I'm in the blue. What you talking about? Blue is a favorite color in my house. Everybody loves some blue. Okay? Because blue means I made some money. So, guys, I wanted to give just some good content there. I hope that really, really helped. Does anybody have any questions on structure? Does anybody have any questions on anything that I covered? Look, if you're new and it went over your head, do not worry. Do not worry. You need to, good old blue skies, yes, you need to be in the academy, and it comes over time. Someone who taught me structure, not just on Go Live, but personally, I sat down with him, is Stevenson Lindor. Okay, Stevenson Lindor. He's in the Forex program. If you have the Forex package, Look at Stevenson Lindor, Lindor. He taught me everything about understanding structure and flags and pullback. And I promise you, he had an accent and he spoke fast. And it took me, I promise you, it took me 2 months to even understand how he was speaking. But I was frustrated. I didn't say I wanted to quit, but I was just like, man, I can't get this dude. Like, though he talks so fast. And then one day, I promise you, the light bulb came on. I wasn't even looking for it. I was sitting here like this, and he was talking, and I was just like, he talked about these doggone flags again, what the flag is. And he said, and he would say in his accent, look, you're not going to understand. Listen, y'all listen. He got an attitude now. He's from the island. So he going to, y'all don't listen to me. Listen, it's going to pull back. It's going to look like a flag. It's going to do that. It's going to go up flat. I was like, man, what are these doggone flags he's talking about? I went to my wife. My wife was like, what's wrong with you? These doggone flags he keep talking about. And then one day he wrote it in a flag and it looked like a flag, right? And I was like, hold on, let me show y'all, man. Let me show y'all. Because it changed my life, man. A flag changed my life. So he was like, man, it's going to flag. I said, man, what the heck is a flag, man? I'm tired of this. Let me pull on a 4-hour. Let me clear this up. So what he was saying is the market's going to pull back. And actually, let me go down where some smaller candles are. Let me see. We'll do it on 15. Okay. So, yeah. So what he was telling me is it makes a flag. It goes up. He said the market goes up and then it's going to pull back. Okay. And then it's making a flag. And I was like, is that what the heck he's talking about? This thing here is a flag? Yeah, it's going to make a flag. It's going to make a flag. And then as it goes higher, the flags start to get longer until it starts to turn. And I was just like, what is he talking about? I said, man. And I promise you, it took me 2 whole months to get it. I didn't get it. I was like, man, what are these flags, man, you talking about? I don't get it. And then finally it makes a bigger flag until it's ready to turn. I said, God dog, that's the doggone flag. What? I said, what? This is what I'm busting my brain over? These little things here? But it changed how I look at the market. I understood that when retail and banks are dumping money in, it has to pull back, okay, to grab up all this volume. See, all this, it put millions, it put over billions of dollars in this one candle, right? But remember, it had to get the gotcha. It said, ooh, this is a good price. And it started selling off and people got excited because they said, well, obviously, if it pushed up like this, it has to, what do we say? It has to come back down. What goes up must come down. So everybody gets in. So they're like, yeah. It's definitely dropping now. And then it says, oops, we got you. We're headed back up. We still pushing up. You just got caught with the flag. And you're like, golly, look at that right there. Okay. And so it just took me 2 months just to understand the flag. I still couldn't even say I really knew how to trade yet. So guys, I'm letting you know that it is a skill, but the skill can pay you millions. You can't be playing with millions and billions of dollars in a financial market and don't expect that you're going to make millions and billions back. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like working in a casino. And, after you understand how the games work in the casino, then you leave the casino, right? You quit. And now you come in and you at the casino. And guess what? You killing the casino because you understand how it works. You don't work at the tables. You don't work over here at the roulette tables. You know how all the one-armed bandits work. You don't work there so long. You even know which one-armed bandits is the one that's going to give you the money. You're like, wow, that's like trading. Once you understand how all this works, you can come in and get money from the bank. The bank doesn't have to keep taking your money. You can get your money back and make the millions that they're making. You just got to understand how the structures work. And it took me forever to get this. He would talk fast. I was getting mad. I mean, I literally would be pissed off getting off the Zoom. I was like, why am I paying for this? I don't understand no doggone flags. My wife is like, just keep listening, honey. You'll get it. You'll get it. You'll get it. And then I finally started to get it. And then I saw Stevenson Linder at one of our Atlanta events. And he was coming out. He had spoke on a stage. And we went to a little bar area inside the hotel where everybody's grabbing lunch. I said, hey, bro, I need to talk to you for a minute. I said, I don't mean to disturb you. Can I talk to you? He's like, yeah. I'm not going to. And here's what I did. I paid for his lunch. I said, look, this is back order something.
So I'm creating my guardian right now to make sure that I don't punch something.
He took out some paper. He started speaking, spoke just like he did in the class. He was speaking fast. But this time I could stop him because I got your food. So he was like, I got it here. See, you got to, the market does this, and it's going to push up in waves, 3 5s and 7s, 3 5s and 7s. It's going to push waves of 3s, waves of 5s, waves of 7s. I was like, it's going to push flags. I was like, whoa, it's going to do patterns. And it's because that's how the market moves. So I gave you kind of the little bit, beginner to intermediate, a little tiny bit of advanced. This is why we have the harmonic scanner. The harmonic scanner helps you to understand these flag patterns that I'm talking to you about. And it does the 3, 5, and 7 wave patterns. That's what the harmonics are. Okay. That's what that's for. So that helps you. Pivots. When you use pivots with Lee Allen, it has the lines that go across. That's the support and resistance. Those are the attractive price areas that it's probably going to turn around in. That's why it says strong, weak, all that other stuff. So you can use that tool. You see, if you understand what the banks are doing and those are attractive prices, then you know to enter when you see what? A 2 or 3 candle confirmation. A 2 or 3 candle confirmation. When you see that, you can jump in and you can now go for the sell or the buy after you see that 2 or 3 candle confirmation. And you'll kill the markets every time. Okay? Doesn't matter what tool you use. Doesn't matter what you use in IM. When you understand price action, that's what you call it. I want y'all to look that up. Get on YouTube. Do all that stuff. Price action. Then structure is a part of price action. Price action must respect structure. It must respect structure. And all structure is attractive price areas. That's all. You're just going to go back to attractive price areas. Just like that Lexus I told you, once it glows in the blue book value, it's going to stay within that attractive price, right? That's what the market does. It finds that attractive price and it's attracted to it because that's where I got my most sales from, right? That's where I got my most buys from. So I'm going to go back to that area. And then once I done worn that out, I'm going to find a new area, but then I'm going to touch that 2 or 3 times. And then you follow that pattern over and over again. And this is how we start to dominate the markets. Okay. And that's how you guys are able to retire. And that's how you guys are able to be the top 1% that the rest of the world does not do. And that's why I started off with, for those of you who missed it, Robert Kiyosaki talking about obsolete ideas, obsolete way of making money. Real estate is great. Stock market, he doesn't believe in that because he wants to control his money. But what he doesn't know is he doesn't know Forex. He doesn't know the power of crypto. He doesn't know that, while you're paying, he paid those millions and millions of dollars. Oh, he likes crypto now? Oh, okay. He woke up now. Okay. You make sure Robert Kiyosaki know, because he's paying millions and millions of taxes and insurance on property where you could save those same millions in crypto and not have the overhead that real estate has. And we're still not at a point where we have to pay taxes on it yet. So that's a millionaire wealth idea. You're in the right place. You're in the right vehicle. We're not 18 months of information obsolete. That's what Robert Kiyosaki is. When you learn it's obsolete. No, our information IM is constantly evolving, so it's never obsolete. It's always giving you the newest, updated information, even more on YouTube, even more the news channels. You have up-to-date information. So stay in your academy, learn everything you can, be a sponge, and you will know what the top 1% of the 1%, the 1% of the 1%, because a lot of the 1% don't even trade. You now trade and invest yourself. They hire people to do it. You do it. So you know the top of the 1 of the 1%. Okay. So that's all I have. Does anybody have any questions, comments? I don't have my watch on. That's why I kept rambling a little bit. Okay, cool. Anybody got anything? Bread Talker, talk to me. I appreciate you, Bread Talker. That's my workout partner right there. I'm telling you, ride to the top together. I saw Queen Shireen back there. So tell my sis, I said, what's up? Miss talking to her. Thanks. I appreciate it. I love when he said, y'all. That's his brand right there. What you got, Brother James? I know you got something to drop on us.
No, I was just what I left in the chat when they was call the hedge funds and the big banks, the big whales coming in and trying to fake everybody out. That's all.
That's it.
But yeah, like Brett Talker said, man, you that guy, dude. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. I just want you guys to win, and we all can win when we all start to get it, and we're all making our weekly withdrawal. But truth be told, I do not want to be an IM educator because I do not want to be on nobody's schedule. I did this to retire. I get on with y'all because I really, truly love it and I want to do it. And if I don't feel like doing it because the missus told me keep my behind in the bed and chill out, I don't want to be like, man, IM got me on tonight. I got to do my classes and be the best and all. I don't want to do all that. I just want to be able to get off. I want to take a month off and just, hey, I want to do it. But I definitely love and respect all of our IM educators. The work they put in is phenomenal, and they really do the doggone thing. That's why I just practice and I work on my skill set. And then I'll close this out. I really will. My heart pours to each of you, and I really, truly, my heart wants you to get this because I promise you, look, guys, I have not worked a job in 6 years. I've made my money trading. Okay. I'd love to say I also made a building. I've done it building, but that's not my main source of money. You know, I'm a P2000. So that money I just put in my trading account, or I put it on crypto, or I do something like that. We pay little bills with. I mean, I'm not a chairman 10 yet. So that means I have to make this work. That means I have to believe in it. But I'm a little different because I'm ex-military and I've done something. But if you make this your priority to learn, it will pay you. It'll pay you. It will. And I don't know how to express it, because there's a lot of other things you could be doing. You can start an online store, and you can do this, and you can kind of hustle and do that, and you can flip cash apps and all that other stuff. But I told you, banks aren't going anywhere. They're just going to change their predatory ways. That's all they're going to do. They're just going to evolve into other stuff. Trust me, DeFi banking is here. You don't think regular banks are going to try to offer, they've already done it. They're offering crypto. They're offering crypto because they see it changing, and they want to control that. They still want to take more of your money. So they're not going anywhere, which means trading and currencies aren't going anywhere. Okay? As long as there's oil, you got to pay with something. As long as there's gold, you got to back it up with something. As long as you see what I'm saying? As long as there's products, services, and businesses, you got to go ahead and, what is this about flipping cash? No, I mean, where they're, I just see stuff on Instagram, like, you want to take $1,000, put in your Cash App, and I help you make whatever a day. I mean, I don't trust none of that stuff, because it's all scam. So don't do that. So, but yeah, that's all I'm talking about. Yeah, it's all scammy stuff. But the point I'm saying is, just like these apps like PayPal, Cash App, and all that, they're all backed up by a bank. Okay. So what I'm giving you the clues is that crypto or Forex is not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. It's just not. So the point is, you get to learn the skill on what the banks are doing to keep them in business. Do you ever wonder why do banks sell life insurance policies? I go to an insurance person for that, right? No, your bank can send. Doesn't your credit union send you insurance policy? They into everything making money. You can get car insurance from your bank. Really? I didn't know. Hey. They want 401ks, IRAs, all this stuff. They have your money and everything. Now, Citibank, I just heard, you just see the thing. They say, look, we're going to stop charging people overdraft fees and NSF fees. And we're the biggest bank. We're going to stop doing that. I need you to think, well, where do you think they're going to get their money from? Because they make $1 billion off of our fees. And every other bank's doing it. So why would you, Citibank, why would you give that up? Is it perhaps maybe because you're getting into DeFi banking and you're realizing you can get more over here instead of the fees, and you can get a bigger base? Because now they made a gangster move. If we eliminate fees, you know how many Americans will start banking with us? Which means they'll put their money in and their crypto in. And okay, you see what I'm saying? They're going to make a power move to get your money. Because when they get your money in their banks, they put it on the Forex market. Okay, they put in the Forex market. This is, I know I'm not trying to ramble, y'all. I'm just trying to school y'all on what I learned. I'm trying to pack all this in. Why do we still have Brink trucks when you can send your mom and them $10,000 over Cash App? You ever thought about that? Why are you still old fashioned, having security guards take money when you can wire everything? What do you do when you say, I'm gonna wire you some money? You don't say, I'm going to get a Brinks trunk and bring you some money. No, I'm going to wire you some money. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to do that. Money can be instantly done like that. Banks fund other banks on wire. They can do that. But the Brinks truck is coming because they got to take your money out. You cash the check, you put the money. They not risking nothing, y'all. They taking the money, physical money out. Well, I need $10,000. To go ahead and help my son get a car, right? No, so you need to come in, set an appointment. You need to fill out a form. You need to tell us why you need the money, and then we'll authorize the. Wait, hold on, player. Wait a minute. I got 50 grand in the bank. What are you talking about? It's my money. You talking about I can't just walk up and give me my money? Fill out a form. Tell us why you need. Okay. That was tonality of my team huddle. Okay. That's it. And now it's not even that's $10,000, but now $601, you better fill out a form and tell me why you spending it. Why you pulling out $600 out your account? Wait, what? That's my money. Why I got to report to you, Biden? Why I got to tell you about my fund? You see what I'm saying? Banks aren't going anywhere, guys. So that's why learning a skill set of doing what the banks do only strengthens your position. Only strengthens your position. And if you really get gangster with this thing and start doing like Mike Sotero or Nick Gomez, and you put I met a guy in Las Vegas when we started talking about trusts and business trusts and stuff like that. He took all his money out of a traditional bank. He only does DeFi banking. He don't do nothing with a bank. He don't pay nothing with a bank. Now he off the grid. This dude has millions sitting in the bank. He just walks around with a crypto card, and he uses it just like a credit card. He don't even have American Express. He don't need to. He got all this crypto. He carry a little USB with thousands of cryptos on there. In case he need to fly to Brazil, plug in the computer, he can download his money. What? You mean you doing what the banks do? He's staking his money, which means he's loaning out his money just like a bank does. And he's getting paid interest just like a bank. So bankroll. What? Huh. Okay. All right. I'm done preaching, y'all. I'm done. I appreciate y'all. I didn't mean to go off like that. Okay. I'm just passionate about this stuff, man. That was it. And thank you all for being a part on tonight. I always hope you get value. So yeah, you're so welcome. So please, anytime. I love that you're on. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you being on. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 7 o'clock till about 7:45, we do live trading on the color strategy. So if you study colors, if you have colors, you've already gone through your modules, you've already gone through the boot camp or the favorites, and you have a basic understanding of colors, get on with us. We're going to be discussing trades that you can mark down and put into your MetaTrader 4. I mean, we've been dropping, I don't know, Heather's on. Heather been making a killing on some of these trades. I know at least for most of the weeks, we've been dropping trades anywhere from 300 to 500 pips, ideas that we've been putting out. What you think, Heather? Can you talk? Fine.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Yeah, Shawn, one of the ones from last week, I don't remember if it was US 30 or SPX 500 but it was, it made like $500. I was in my demo account, right? But yeah, it was like 500 pips. Yeah.
You see, so we're dropping it, guys.
Others,
yeah. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate it. And she's been,
it's a great strategy. I really like it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Heather.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I think it's a great strategy. I think it's, I'm really getting a lot out of the strategy. I think it's really easy, and it shows the structure really well with all the different indicators, and it's so I'm glad that I think it was like a $50 add-on, but I'm really glad that that's been the best tool for me so far, because it's very simple in regards to the indicators and things. So I'm really happy with that.
Awesome. Bobby said, "You make it so plain a fool can't err." Hats off to you. Wow. Okay. Thank you, Miss Bobby. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. A fool cannot err. Okay. All right. Well, with that, guys, thank you so much for being. Does anybody have any other comments or they want to share, or any questions or anything like that over what we went on tonight, or anything about the Academy? Nope, everybody's good. Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being on. I really do appreciate it. Team Wealth Builders appreciate you. So come support us next week. Go ahead, bring your friends and family. This is for guests too, guys. So you can bring your guests on and they can get a taste of trading. All right. So everybody have a great evening. Talk to you soon.